That almost worked. Okay. No. What is it called? No. I literally thought I was gonna throw up at one point. I think there's no fucking way that's the plot. Pump the brakes. But holy shit. Holy shit. Welcome in. You know the drill. You know, we're not new at this. I'm pouring up. I happen to like always be dog sitting during the end of the month. For some reason, I feel like I've done all of my wrap ups here. But if you're new here, I'm doing the drunk wrap up. I am one glass in. The ice remnants are at the bottom of this glass. I'm one glass in. I feel like I can already feel it in my face. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so my face is like kind of hot. And we're not doing wine this time. I actually brought Deep Eddy Lemon. This used to be like my go-to drink at the bar. And by used to, I mean absolutely still is. I just do Deep Eddy Lemon with water and it tastes like lemonade. This one, I put in a little bit of a pink lemonade packet because it didn't taste that great. Kind of tastes a little funky in my mouth for a second. And like to drink that for the rest of the night, didn't sound appetizing. Time for you to go get your drink, whether it be liquor, wine, or beer, maybe coffee, depending what time it is. We're in our bear shirt, and I'm ready to go. Ew, let me check on him. Okay, I'm ready. Enough. If this is your first drunk wrap up, if it's not, you know the spiel. I have to do it really quickly. I do books, movies, music. Sometimes, usually in the past, I do like goals and stuff like that. I'm not really feeling that fun and flirty tonight, so I think we're gonna stick to just books, movies, music, and like media, like anything like that that I took in this month. So I will start with the books if you're here for the books and that's it. And then we'll go on from there. It's tasting like shit tonight. Ugh. I've taken like all of their pink lemonade packets. I feel really bad. A girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do. And this is the only way I'm gonna drink it. Drinkable. Since I'm already one in, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. But I need to go like get cozy on the couch. All right, we are ready to go. I've got my books, I've got my notes, and I've got my drink. Winston's gonna bark every once in a while. I'm so sorry. It's the things we deal with when we're watching one of my videos. I can't help it. Starting off with our stats, my June stats. We had 6 total books, which like isn't amazing considering last month I did 9, but whatever. 6 total books, 3 romance. One of them I'm like not quite sure what it is, but 3 romance, 1 thriller, 1 like Greek mythology romance. I'm sure it has a specific genre it's under, but I don't know what it is. And then 1 dystopian. 4 of them I read physical, which is probably why my number is so much lower, because I do read slower when I'm reading physical books. 1 was on my Kindle and 1 was half Kindle, half physical. And no audiobooks. That's also why it was lower, because I didn't listen to any audiobooks. I've just been listening to Binding 13 and like I didn't finish it, so it doesn't go into this. 2,804 pages, which is like over 1,000 less than I did last month, with the shortest being Shudder at 346, the longest being Releasing 10 at 730. The average rating was 4.3. I actually had a pretty good month. I had 2 5 stars and 2 4.5 stars. So no complaints. Going with the pages, the winner is Releasing 10 and the loser of the month is Shudder. So that probably says something about page length. But let's jump into the books. I'm gonna go in order of least favorite to favorite after I check a little bit. Ugh. Definitely not chuggable because it's like sour. We're good. Least favorite was Shudder by Melissa Larson. I gave this a 2.75. I was so disappointed in this, but I feel like it's my fault. Well, not entirely, because the author like makes you think you're gonna read about something and then it was never about that thing. We start out with this girl that moves to New York. She wants to be an actress and she like drops her family, drops her mom, her boyfriend. Lily breaks up with her boyfriend and her dad just killed himself. So like she's just like spiraling, moves to New York to be this actress. She meets up with old high school friends. They know a director. So they like get them two together. She lands this role of like this little indie film. He was kind of like his debut film, like went huge, made him a ton of money, and he just became this like overnight sensation. And this is his second film that she is now being a part of. So it's like her dream come true. She's loving this. She's super excited. And it was giving so much Blair Witch Project. Like I keep saying the author, the producer, director. He basically was like, we're gonna go up to this cabin, just 5 of us. We don't have a script and we're just gonna let things play out as they would. And here's your new like fake boyfriend for the movie. And this is your new name. So she instantly is like a little bit of red flags, but like he's this huge producer, director, I'm gonna go with it. And he's offering her like a lot of money that like she's never had before. The only thing that he'll tell her about the movie is that it's called Fear. So naturally it's gonna be a horror movie. And she's like, what are we supposed to be scared of? So she's getting like a little uneasy because he won't tell her anything, which like obviously he's not gonna tell her. He wants her to be genuinely scared, just like Blair Witch Project, you know? Like they didn't know in Blair Witch the things that were gonna happen were staged. So like they were scared shitless, things that were happening. So that's what I thought was going to happen, was that just like really scary things were going to be happening at this cabin. And it wasn't that at all. It literally was just like a revenge plot for this director to get on his old like childhood friend that still lives up there and like humiliated him long time ago. And he used her because she looks like the guy's ex-girlfriend. So it just turned into this like revenge plot against this guy. I ended up like kind of feeling bad for him. Like, I don't know. It just like wasn't what I wanted it. It wasn't scary. And by the end I was like, okay, like, that was such a waste of time. I was entertained. Like the storytelling was entertaining, but I just like, we should not have made me believe that it was going to be this scary Blair Witch Project type of movie. That's all I have to say on that. Now we chug. And by chug, I mean take multiple sips. Ugh! I can literally feel the back of my throat. Okay, the next like lowest rated is a 4-star read. So I'm gonna have a great time talking about these. I'm actually so excited. Do you see these tabs? Probably not. Next, the controversial Silver Elite. I had to read it. I had to know what everyone was talking about. Dystopian. Okay, literally, I just, in my head, tried to think about the plot and my mind went fucking blank. Oh my God. Like, I'm literally not kidding what happened. 4-star read. I do know I read this like in 2 sittings because I read this in a vlog where I pulled an all-nighter and read it until 6 a.m. Not because it was so good, just because I couldn't fall asleep and I just kept reading. So I think I was delusional like half the time reading this. So we have, it's like a mix of like Powerless and a little bit of Fourth Wing, stuff like that. Or like, I'm sure like Divergent, I didn't read those. So like I've heard things similar to that. So like you have these people who are silver-blooded and they can use their powers, but when they use their powers, their veins like glow silver, so they're killed if they're seen using their powers. So our main girl, her veins don't glow, so she can use her powers in public. From what I remember, oh my God, why can't I remember the plot of this book? That's crazy. From what I can conjure up in my brain, there was like a program you can join to be the Silver Elite, basically, and like hunt part of the military, I think. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. You can join them to be like part of the military. So, okay, without giving anything away, she's at this like town square where something really bad is happening. And all of these people, like the military, are all of a sudden being like mind controlled, which is like a super rare power of the silver people, the silver blooded. And she is at the scene of the crime and they assume it's her. So I think that's how it happened. I could be wrong though. So she's taken into custody by these military people. She is forced to like train with, there's no fucking way that's the plot. I'm genuinely getting mad at myself. I'm trying to think, she somehow ends up in the training camp and I'm trying to figure out how she goes from A to B. Because I remember she was being interrogated by the military people for being like, you were at the scene of the crime and this happened. Was it you? And she was like, no the fuck it wasn't me. What do you mean? The pieces just aren't clicking in my brain. They just aren't. And I don't know what to tell you. Other than the fact that she somehow ends up in the Silver Elite camp to train with all the people trying to train. So she's trying to like not show that she has powers, obviously. And then she's like also trying to downplay her abilities because she can like do all the things that they're teaching them, but she wants to get kicked out because like over her dead body is she working for the military that kills her kind, and he just like won't kick her out, the guy that's in charge. And of course he's like super hot and there's tension, and I'm not kidding, that's about all I've got. It was not the best book in the world. Clearly, it's not sticking with me. When the second one comes out, I'm gonna be so fucking lost. I'm gonna have to watch a recap video. I'm just gonna have to. Because this, in my head, there's nothing. I know that like there's romancy vibes with them, but like they don't want to. And then there's a huge twist at the end, and it's kind of crazy. But like, I saw it coming a mile away, so like not that crazy. But you know, it was a fun read. Like I had a good time. It was 4 stars. I had a good time. Okay. That's all I can ask for is a good time. I also am not a dystopian reader. I haven't read a single dystopian book. Like this was technically my first one. I haven't read Hunger Games. I haven't read like Divergent. I was never into those as kids. I've watched them, yes, but like I never really liked them that much. They're okay. I was much more of a Twilight, Harry Potter girl. I'm much more of a winged bat boy kind of girl than a dystopian, the world is falling apart kind of girl. Ooh, I got a text. So I just like can't really speak much on dystopian novels anyway. I don't trust my opinion on them. Drink time. I didn't get myself a snack, and I usually get a snack. Okay, both of the next books are 4.5, so I have to mentally rank them. Hold on. I think okay, I've ranked them mentally. Next is Rewind It Back, the last book in the Windy City series. I don't own it. This was, honestly, it had such a different, I gave it a 4.5. Did I say that? It had such a different vibe from the rest of the series, mostly because one, it was a different type of romance. Like they had past chemistry, it was a second chance, and none of our other stories started as that. So it just feels more heartfelt and just such a different vibe. In my head, it's Mile High, Caught Up, and I can't remember them. It's Mile High, The Right Move, Caught Up, and then it's like Play Along, and what is it called? Rewind It Back. Holy shit. Those are like the differences. Like these are amazing to me, and then these two are kind of like, they're okay. Did I really, really like Rewind It Back? Yes. Obviously, I gave it a 4.5. Rio was just never my favorite character in the entire series. You know, he's like the funny, goofy character, and I never saw him as getting his own love story because I didn't know he got his own book eventually, so that's on me. I should have just like not backseated him in my mind, which I did. I fully backseated him and I gave no like attention to him. So his book came and I was just like, ugh, he's kind of annoying me. Mostly because in the last like the two books before him, like Caught Up and Play Along, I feel like every single time he was in scene, all he was doing was talking about how single he was and how he was the only single one left. And I was like, oh my God, we fucking get it. Like, please be okay with being single. And he was not okay with it. And it just was so annoying. So by the time we got to his book, I was like, of course he's gonna get his love story. But then we find out it's a second chance romance, so it's someone from his childhood. And it was really cute. I really liked it. And I lived for the scenes with everyone else in it. It's definitely not my least favorite. I would say it's probably my second to least favorite, but I still really liked it. Play Along is definitely my least favorite still. I mean, it just follows Hallie and Rio, who like moved, they were next door neighbors when they were like 14 or something, maybe earlier than that. And they broke up because of like this huge familial secret that got out. And he blamed her and she was just like kind of stuck. They went their separate ways. They like never forgot about each other the entire time. It was been years and years, and she finally got a job like in his city, like accidentally. She was not just like following him, and he saw her at one of his games while she was on a first date. And it's so like, it does make me kick my feet, like 100%. It's a good book. I'm just comparing it to the glory of The Right Move and Caught Up, and it doesn't compare, but still so good. And a really good wrap up to the series. Like the last like 30 pages, I was a mess. I really was. I just love that series with my whole heart. It is truly one of my favorite series of all time. Ugh. I'm literally not ready to talk about the next one. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm fucking scared. Okay, next. This was book club. Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Truly should be a 5-star read. Their story, Achilles and Patroclus, their story is a 5-star read for me. There was just like literally like 100 pages in the middle that I was bored to tears. I was so bored. I was like, can we please get a move on? And I was just like progressively getting more mad at Achilles, which was the point. But like, if that 100 pages in the middle could have been 40 pages, this would be a 5, maybe even a 6-star read. The way I cried at this book, So we follow, if you don't know the story, we follow Patroclus, who is like this shy little meek prince. His dad is a king. It's Greek mythology, so like there's a lot of gods and shit going on. A lot of kings. His dad is a king of somewhere, and he accidentally kills a prince because he's like heavily bullied. He's really small and like just gets bullied by fucking everyone. And he like accidentally gets a prince killed because he finally stands up for himself and pushes him, and he falls and hits his head on a rock and he dies. So his dad and like his land banishes him to this other land of another king who like kind of takes in all the boys who were exiled. So it's just like this little boarding school of exiled boys or like orphan boys and stuff. So he moves in here with all of these kids. And the prince of that land is Achilles, who's like beautiful, strong, you know, he's like the man of the century. Like he is really the it girl. Patroclus keeps to himself. He's still that shy, like meek boy. And he just like instantly, my heart's bleeding for him. He goes to this place with all these boys and he was like, honestly, it's not much different from home. Like I just keep to myself. And my heart just like rips in half. Like I love this little kid with my whole heart. I would die for him. Achilles like kind of notices him and kind of takes him under his wing. I guess there's this thing where like Achilles gets to pick, not an assistant, it's more of like a companion, but he literally is like picking a best friend and everyone recognizes him as like his best friend. Like sleeps in his room with him, everything. Like it's his like number one bitch. And he picks Patroclus. So I'm just like, I'm not kidding, I'm gonna cry thinking about it. So he picks Patroclus, and so he has to like move in and sleep on this like little cot in Achilles' room, like this huge it's a huge like princely room. They grow close together. They literally become like best friends. They run around, play with each other. They're little at this point. Like they're like 12 and 13. They're so young. Then it like kind of develops, like you see Patroclus has like feelings for Achilles. Like he likes boys. So he's never gonna say anything because Achilles is Achilles. And he's the big bad prince who, why would he like boys, you know? Achilles has this mom, this goddess mom who's like a sea nymph who fucking hates Patroclus with her whole being and is like, why would you be picked? You're this little nobody human who is nothing. Because Achilles is half god because his mom's a goddess. So she's just awful to Patroclus. But she's never around because she lives in the sea. Anyways, I'm telling you like as many details as I can without spoiling because I fucking love this book. Long story short, they end up like going to go learn all these like skills they need to learn on the mountain with this centaur. I love that part of the book. Them just like learning all these skills, being together. We kind of realize Achilles has feelings for Patroclus. You know, it's so heartbreaking and so heartwarming. And then all of a sudden they're called to war and they have to go to war. And Achilles is the best soldier of his time, so he has to go. And so Patroclus is like, oh, I'm going with you because they're in love. So they go to war and they spend 9+ fucking years at war. Are you kidding me? I think it did end up being like 14 or something. I don't know. That's where I was bored. 9 years at war. That's insane. We learn about like a prophecy with Achilles. So like, it's kind of like, you know how the book is going to end, but you don't because it changes a little bit. And just the ending, these last 50 pages, I was never not fucking crying. I was like, it was fucking whiplash. I couldn't even breathe. I literally thought I was gonna throw up at one point. I was so heartbroken, but then at the very end, it's like everything in your heart is stitched back together. No, I can't do it. This is like the most I've tapped a book in a really long time. Like this has become one of my top reads of the year. Somehow, when the middle 100 pages bored me to tears. And it's not that long of a book. So she ate me up with this one because I fucking devoured it. How are we only 3 books in? Oh, I guess we're 4. We're 4 books in. We're fine. It's like I feel like I'm talking really long, but also I feel like I'm flying through this. What's next? Oh, these are both 5-star reads, but I know which one comes first. So my lesser of the 5-star reads is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bonham Young. My first Hannah Bonham Young book. Pleasantly surprised. Actually, no, I read a novella. I read a Christmas novella of hers and I did not like it at all. It was a 2-star read for me. Loved this book. I don't mind a pregnancy trope. A lot of people are against it for some reason. As someone who doesn't even want kids and doesn't mind a pregnancy trope, I don't understand why y'all hate on a pregnancy trope so much. Like, what is the big idea? Literally. He's a provider. Like, what is to hate about that? So we have, I don't know their names. I know his name is Bo. Oh, her name's Win. So we have Win and Bo. They both have limb differences. So he has an amputated leg below the knee down, and she was born with a small hand. I think they call it her little hand. So like her fingers are just small, I believe. They meet at her best friend's Halloween party and just hit it off. The banter is just perfect. And they go and have sex upstairs. They get pregnant. So it literally jumps to after their one night. It was amazing sex, but she was very big on this isn't gonna go anywhere. Like, we're not looking. I'm not looking for a boyfriend type of deal at all. So they part ways, called a night. Weeks later, she finds out she's pregnant. So she has to meet up with him and tell him, I'm pregnant, and gives him the option. Is like, if you don't want to be in it, you know, it's fine. Like, you're a good guy. It's up to you completely. And he instantly is like, oh, I'm ready. I'm good to go. Like, I'm going to be in his life. I'm going to help you the best way that I can. And I'm going to be in this child's life the best that I can. I'm going to be with you at every doctor's appointment that you have. Not in a weird way. Like, it was perfect. She was just so like taken aback and was like, oh my God. And we find out from him, like, he had been thinking about her all these weeks. And then just to find out that he texted her randomly, like, to get coffee, he was like, oh my God, I can't wait. And then, like, obviously he wasn't expecting her to be pregnant, but he was super into her. She was super into him. So like, it kind of worked out. And then we find out she lives in this really shitty apartment, like, you know, just like not ideal for being pregnant and raising a kid. He also has an amputated leg. Like, he has a prosthetic leg, and she doesn't have an elevator. So just like picturing him going up and down 5 flights of stairs anytime he needs to come over wasn't ideal. So she was trying to move out. He was like, you know what? I have a house. Why don't you move in? And she was like, pump the brakes. Let's calm down. He was like, let me know. And so she comes back and is like, you know what? I'm gonna move in. So they become roommates. Obviously, she like has her own room and everything. It's very like mature. They don't re-kiss or anything. Like, they don't start hooking up. It's very mature. He's just there simply to provide. And they just, you know, like, there's tension because obviously they find each other attractive and are attracted to each other because they hooked up already. And then they like actually grow a friendship, and she's just trying to like deny the feelings that she has for him. This is one of the times where I will accept miscommunication, because this isn't a situation where like, if they jump into something and break up, they can call it quits. Like, they're gonna have a baby together for at least the next 18 years. They have to be in each other's lives. So like, I will understand the hesitancy that she has about like telling him how she feels, because that's not something to like just throw out there and just like hook up with just for the fun of it, because if it goes to shit, they're fucked. They have a kid. It's just like the back and forth and like the tension of all of that. But he is just like such a sweet provider, protector, all the things. And I love him so much. And their banter is so good, and she's so funny. So like, I was laughing out loud by like page 10. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I ate it up. Nothing bad to say. 5 stars. I definitely need a snack. I know that for sure. I will be getting a snack after the next one. Time to chug, and then we're on to our last book. No. It literally hurts me just to look at this fucking book. Releasing 10 by Chloe Walsh, the latest and last written in the Boys of Tommen series. If you know anything about me, the Boys of Tommen changed my life. Like, I am absolutely not kidding. Took the spot for favorite series of all time. I was really skeptical going into this, because I wasn't a Lizzie fan at all, which most of us weren't. Some people were like, yeah, you know what? I'm ride or die Lizzie. I was not. I fucking hated the way she treated her friends. I didn't fully understand it. I understand it now, and I was heartbroken every single fucking chapter. In all 730 pages, I felt like I was crying for 700 of them. We follow Lizzie and Hugh from the ages of like 4, I swear, like super fucking young, because they've been friends. It was probably like 6, I think. Like, I think she was 6 and he was 7 or 8 when they became friends. We follow their relationship that like technically starts at like 12, I think, is when they technically start their relationship. Which, when I think about it, I think is in like 7th grade, somewhere around there. So like, not unheard of for people to start like we had people, it's middle school, we had people dating in 7th grade. So I just found the hardest to connect at their like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ages, because I feel like they talked very maturely for like their ages. But anyways, finding out Lizzie's backstory I'm sorry. I can't go through that again. That was one of the hardest, one of the hardest things I've ever gone through, and I didn't even go through it. I do not understand how someone goes through what they went through and continues on in their life. And like, I can't tell you anything about it because it would spoil so much in the series. And then we have Hugh, who is there with her through every fucking step of the way. He is one of the best characters I've ever read in my entire life. He does not get enough praise. He was with her through every step of the way, through the most unimaginable things that she was going through. He didn't know the full story. I will give him that. No one knows the full story except us reading from Lizzie's point of view. But holy shit. Holy shit. And the way it left off, you're kidding. Like, you're absolutely fucking kidding me. I need the next book right now. The way it left off left me in shreds. I felt empty. The only times I have felt that empty finishing a book were Normal People and Saving Six. And Normal People, I was fucked over because that's the end of the book. End of this, like, it doesn't have an next one. I just had to fucking deal with it. But I at least had a show to go and watch. Saving Six, I had the next book immediately to go read. I don't have shit for this. So I just have to fucking deal with being done with it and not having anything next. Ugh, it's so heartbreaking. Like, I wish I could just spoil and tell you what fucking happens because it's crazy. If you've never read the Boys of Tommen series, let this be your sign if you're mentally stable enough. If you are not mentally stable, don't even think about it because it will tear you to fucking shreds. If I could collect all of the tears in a jar that I have cried for this entire series, I would have a bucket. I'm not even kidding. I've never cried to books as hard as I have all of these, if that says anything about how this story goes. But that's it for the wrap up. I'm ending on that. That is the winner of this month. I am going to take a quick break to go eat a snack, and then we're gonna run through the movies, the music, and that's it. So I'll be back. I am snacked up and I am ready. I made Velveeta, but I like it when it cools and it like kind of congeals a little bit, so she's gonna sit and cool. Winston is also back to yelling. Okay, what are we on? Oh, the movie wrap up. I did see 3 movies this month. One was at home, but technically it's just because it was in theaters last month and I missed it, so it counts. First, I saw How to Train Your Dragon. So good. So good. I gave it a 4.25 just because it did drag in a little bit, like in the middle, but I had never seen the cartoon version and I fucking loved it. I literally cried. I mean, that's not shocking because I cried everything, but really, really good. As far as like live actions go, really good. And then I saw Jurassic World, the new one, whatever the new age or something like that. 5 stars. It was so fucking good. It was a mystery movie and it happened to be Jurassic World, which actually got leaked out somehow. Like, everyone knew about it, so the theater was packed, but it was so good. I was in it start to finish. I was in awe. There were some jump scares. I cried at the end, shocker. Just, it was so good, and it put me into a huge Jurassic World kick, and I've just been watching all of the other Jurassic Worlds like all day. And then I saw The Woman in the Yard, which was supposed to be like this scary, all I knew, like all of the trailer showed was this family on this like farm, and there was a woman in the yard like fully cloaked and everything, and she was just really creepy sitting in a chair, and she was like, "Today's the day," and then like showed bloody hands. That's like pretty much all the trailer gave me from what I saw. I didn't see any, I don't know if there was another one, but that's all I saw. And it started out really creepy. Yes, it was like this woman who, her husband had just died in a car accident, so she was like on crutches, she was hurt too, and she had 2 kids. And then this woman shows up out of nowhere while they're trying to like do life without their husband / father anymore. And it was very creepy, yes, but it kind of turned, I don't want to say stupid, but like it turned a little stupid. Like, I wasn't really loving it like 3/4 of the way in. And the twist, I guess, from the second that it started, like the second we saw the woman, I was like, oh, well, it has to be this. And it was, so I don't know. I ended up giving it a 3 because like it was entertaining and spooky, but then like the ending wasn't that great. Oh, that's it for movies. I was gonna share like my TV show / movie like hyperfixations, because I'm very bit, like my TV is always on. That TV is tired. I know she's tired. She is always on, morning through night. Like, I'm not kidding. I rarely turn her off unless I'm leaving my house, because I'm always putting on a movie or a TV show to play in the background, not necessarily watching them. But hyperfixation movies of this month were Avatar and Avatar Way of Water, the second one, and then all of the Jurassic World movies. This was my first time watching like all of the Chris Pratt movies, and I eat them up. I've watched them twice today. And then the shows that I watched, I watched, obviously, season 2 of The Last of Us. I think I watched that last month, but I never talked about it, so I'm putting it in this month. And then I also, which fucking destroyed me. And to a point where I don't even want to watch season 3. The finale of season 2 of The Last of Us, what the fuck was that? To go from episode 2, which was literally kill me, to the finale, what the fuck was that? I didn't have any spoilers for how it would end. Like I never played the game, so I didn't know how it would end. No, hated that. Hated the ending to where I don't really care about season 3 at all. I'll probably watch it just because, but like not the day it comes out because I don't really care. And then I also played Sirens, the new new show with, I don't know her real name, Millie, I know is her real name, but she played Rhaenyra in House of Dragon. So I played that kind of like in the background. I was like half paying attention. The entire time I was like, what is the plot of this? Like I don't understand what the point of this show is. I just didn't understand. Was it entertaining? Yes. It distracted me from my book every 20 seconds. But it just like wasn't, I just like didn't really get it. But it was entertaining, so it was good. And then also, this was last month, but The Sex Lives of College Girls, it was my first time watching. I found it very entertaining. Again, when Renee left, I was kind of just like not into it, and I still haven't finished. Renee she was really speaking it when she said, took her sex life with her, now the show ain't fucking. I don't really care about it anymore. I hate to say it. I'll probably finish eventually, but I really, really liked the seasons she was in. And then we are on to music. Our last segment of today's video, because I'm not doing all the other things. Let me pull it up. I just show the Receiptify, which is more accurate now because I don't have a CD player in my car, so it has to go off all of my Spotify, which I was really big into watching. Like sometimes I'll put my phone with YouTube playing while I drive. Cuff me if you want. So I haven't really been listening to a ton of music. I don't know if this goes in order, but we have at number 1, Sun Protector by Role Model. No, it definitely goes in order because I listen to that all the time. The bridge of that is so good. There's a lot of Role Model on here. And then number 2, we have Slut Era Interlude, which is better. The live version is so good. Hearing that live was so fucking good. Oh my God. I literally forgot I had mac and cheese up here. I got a whiff of it for some reason. And it's the perfect consistency. Not hot. Oh my God, that's so hot. I haven't been drinking this entire time. I mean, if it helps, I am a little bit tipsy. Like I do feel it. So I have completed today's mission. Today will just be a tipsy wrap up instead of a drunk wrap up. I don't need to get drunk. All right, number 3, again, for the second month, Leave Me Alone by Renee Rapp. Mad is gonna be on next month. I know it because I just listen to anything she puts out. Oh my God. If you think Kraft is better than Velveeta, go fuck yourself. Velveeta is so fucking good. I can't. Bury me with Velveeta mac and cheese. It's so good. Okay, number 4, How Did It End by Taylor Swift. Just one of the best bridges of all time. I'll never stop listening to that song. Number 5, Old Recliners by Role Model. Another amazing bridge. I apparently listen to songs just for their bridge. Number 6, The Alchemy by Taylor Swift. Literally because of the bridge. Like this is, and I'm just a record player at this point. Number 7, Packing It Up by Gracie Abrams. Whole song I love, not just the bridge. I love that song. And then number 8, another Gracie Abrams. We have Cool. Just a great song. I haven't changed my favorites playlist in a really long time, so it's kind of the same songs over and over and over again. Oh, number 9. This is a direct correlation to releasing 10. It's Silver Springs by Fleetwood Mac. It's the live version. It's just because there was a scene with that song in here. That is the only reason. And I listened to it sobbing like a fucking baby, thinking about Lizzie and Hugh. Over to the point where it made my top 10. Like that just shows you how often I was listening to that song. And then number 10, the song of the summer, Sally When the Wine Runs Out. An amazing song by Role Model. In case you didn't know. An amazing song. Super fun. But that's it for the music. I don't really want to go over any goals or anything like that because they just keep repeating each other month after month because apparently I'm not creative enough to come up with new ones. I can say I did this last month. I said I did my Orange Theory workouts. I did 14 last month. I did 15 this month. Because I doubled up one day. That was the only reason apparently. So at least I'm consistent. My goal was to hit 16. Guess who didn't do that? Fucking me. I didn't know. If I thought about keeping track, maybe I would have known. But that's it for the drunk wrap up. I hope you had so much fun. Wait, I'll drink one more time. No more. Oh my God. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again here next month. I don't know if I'll be here, but we'll see you for the drunk wrap up next month. I love you so much if you made it through the whole thing. Thanks so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.